Our basic plan is we're going to go down 3rd over to Boston. Head down Boston to 6th. From 6th up over to Cheyenne. Cheyenne up to 1st. And then we're going to end up at the center of the universe. The basic guidelines for the march. Do not block entrances. We are going to be marching on the sidewalk. If you're unable to stay on the sidewalk, do not enter the street if at all possible. We're going to keep this orderly and non-violent because we are making inroads to the community. We are the 99%. I am Daniel Lee, and I just wanted to thank everybody for your support since the very beginning when this first started on Facebook. This has been an amazing thing. All of you have come together, we have all come together through a series of meetings, general assemblies, and now today, this is just the beginning. We are just getting started. We are here for the long haul. I'd like to introduce Samuel Mullen. He has a message from Chris Hedges, specifically for Occupy Tulsa.
Who's Chris Hedges?
Chris Hedges, author, Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, and a friend of mine, has sent a personal message to Occupy Tulsa that I would like to read now. St. Augustine wrote that hope has two beautiful children, anger and courage. Anger at the way in which things are, and the courage to do something about it. Hope does not mean that our protests will suddenly awaken the dead consciences, atrophied souls of the plutocrats running Goldman Sachs and the U.S. government. Hope is action. Hope is doing something. The more futile, the more useless, the more irrelevant and incomprehensible an act of rebellion is, the vaster and more potent hope becomes. Hope never makes sense. Hope is weak, unorganized, and absurd. Hope is nonviolent because it exposes in its powerlessness the lies, fraud, and coercion employed by the corporate state. Hope knows that an injustice visited on our neighbor is an injustice visited on all of us. Hope is not for the practical and the sophisticated, the cynics and the complacent, the defeated and the fearful. Hope is what the corporate state, which saturates our airwaves with lies, seeks to obliterate. Hope is what this corporate state is determined to crush. They tell us be afraid, don't resist, embrace the alienation of our cheerful conformity. Buy our products. Without them you are worthless. Become our brands. Above all, do not think. Obey. Hope to Wall Street bankers and politicians is not practical. It's gibberish. It means nothing. And this is because they kneel before the idols of greed and money. They are deaf, dumb, and blind to hope. Hope affirms that which we must affirm. And every act that imparts hope is a victory in itself. Those of you here in Tulsa, on the streets, are the physical embodiment of hope. You know that hope has a cost, that it is not easy or comfortable, that it requires self-sacrifice and discomfort and finally faith. Those who hope sleep on cement. Their clothes are soiled. They carry signs, and they have seen their chance drift to the office towers above them and wondered if it is worth it, if anyone cares, if they will win. But as long as you remain steadfast, As long as you continue to hope, then we can all see our way out of the corporatization of our society. To hope, this is what it means to be alive. And you here today in Tulsa, along with our brothers and sisters in New York, DC, LA, Philadelphia, and hundreds of other cities across the country, are the best among us. Chris Hedges.
All right, now I'd like to introduce to you Joe K. Dowell of the Indigenous Peoples Alliance.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Daniel. I'd like to thank our Creator for giving us such a wonderful day here today. And I'd like to thank all of you for being here. It makes me emotional to see so many people ready to come out and let the corporate-led government, the power elite, know that people are fed up. I can speak to you as both an American citizen and first and as a Native American. As Native people here on this continent and globally, we have been and we are still the first to experience corporate greed, exploitation, loss of resources, lands, language. They came for us first. People want to know why Columbus is still being celebrated. Last